media mogul and the legend agent to the biggest names in international cricket. This is Basia TV Podcast with Basia Powell. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organizations or entities. The content shared is for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute legal, financial, medical, or any other form of professional advice. This episode is brought to you by 124 Nut Out Sports Agency. Welcome to the next level.
Hey guys, it's your favorite truth teller, Basia. Welcome to the Basia TV podcast coming to you from Naples, Florida. On this episode, you get to hear from me, just Basia, no guest. The reason I started this podcast is to promote happiness and mindful living. I felt like too many people are not living their best lives. They are alive, but they're simply not living. My goal is to encourage my subscribers to choose peace, freedom, and joy. And on that note, if you're not already a subscriber, you should do so now. Today, I need to tell you something. It's about shrinking. For most of my life, they wanted me to shrink. I did not. If you are consistently surrounded by people who want you to shrink and dim your light, then this episode is for you. Guys, do not shrink for nobody. You hear me? I wish I had $1 for every time somebody wanted me to dim my lights. I would have been a gazillionaire. Here is the thing. For a long time, I couldn't figure out if this pressure I faced for me to shrink was directly related to my race, the color of my skin, or my gender, or a combination of all of them. Eventually, I realized it was, in fact, a mix of all of the above, and it simply depended on the room I entered. My husband recently asked me if I believe that people are born with confidence or raised with it. If I'm being completely honest, based on my lived experience, I would have to say people are born with confidence. I grew up around a lot of people who wanted me to shrink: family, friends, relatives, neighbors. Now, while I will never call any names here, I will always speak candidly about the experiences in my childhood and adulthood that I had to go through, subsequently grow through, because it informed who I am today. That being said, if confidence relied on training or how you were raised, then I probably wouldn't have had any. But I thank God I was born with it. As a young girl growing up in the Caribbean, I was very confused about some things. I was told to go to school and do well, but I did not realize that I was supposed to just get good grades and not grow and continue to live in the same neighborhood, in the same house I grew up in. I didn't understand the memo. I would actually hear people around me say things like, "You like yourself too much. You think you're nicer." Crazy. Really? What kind of shit is that? Or they would also say things like, "She forget where she come from." Or they would say, I don't know. Basically, I don't know what any of those things mean. I can't bother. When people say things like that, it usually means that they are angry that you were the one that made it out. What the hell? Self-love was never encouraged where I grew up. No one sat me down and said, "Girl, you need to love yourself." Or you can do anything you put your mind to. Instead, they did the absolute opposite or nothing at all. In my childhood world, success was only seen as academic accomplishments and not through personal growth. You know, um, but once that success translated to you thriving financially, oh dear, it caused envy, jealousy. It ruffled a lot of feathers. Now, How is it you tell me to work hard and be successful? And then in the process of doing that, my hard work pays off and you're mad? Craziness. These same people told me the sky is the limit. But then the moment I began climbing to meet the sky, I was now expected to shrink. From my early childhood, I witnessed women shrinking to make their parents, husbands, partners happy, everybody. I saw young girls shrinking so that their friends would like them. I noticed it was quite common for people to shoot down your big dreams. And for me, I could remember before I was 12 years old telling my cousin that I wanted to one day own my own magazine. This is after I saw a copy of the Ebony magazine for the first time. And then I would tell her, or whoever cared to listen, that I would one day have my own successful business, etc., etc. In the pursuit of these accomplishments, the pushback I received from some of the people around me was that I should stay in the box in their mind of what I should be. So that, they would say things like, she like big life. Even though the chatter around me did not affect the way I executed my career goals and ambition, if I'm being honest, guys, when I look back at my childhood, my adulthood, rather, the shrinkage I subconsciously internalized from that childhood chatter and witnessing some of the women around me shrinking to make their partners comfortable, it impacted my choices when it came to choosing partners for myself in my early adulthood. Real talk. I chose them from a limited place. I chose partners who wanted me to shrink. But let me tell you, once I got comfortable and I embraced my shine, they just couldn't take it. Because, baby, when I met my husband, one of the first things I said to him was, I'm very marketable. You know, can you handle this? And his response was, yes. On that note, let's take a quick break. And when we return, we will talk about some more things on shrinking. And also, don't forget to check out our new podcast for Gen Z's called the Z Views Podcast on the Basia TV channel on YouTube.
I guess just getting the most out of life is fulfillment. You know what I mean? That'd be nice. Just that feeling, that sense of you're achieving your purpose. You cool, man.
That's not too greedy. You deserve all of that. You deserve to have everything that you want. And then for me, fulfillment just means like I just want to feel content with like how I'm spending my time. Like if I'm spending my time and energy doing something that I actually care about and that I know is going to benefit me, that's fulfillment.
How do you feel where you're at right now?
Right now, well, I'm doing this, so I feel pretty fulfilled because I'm doing this right now.
Oh, you're saying that because there's specific people watching, huh? Yeah. What about you, Ajay?
I would say that as long as I'm in like the progress or motion of like being better and going towards fulfillment, then I would say I'm fulfilled because like you still in the process. So it's like a beautiful thing, man. Being in the process, that's always you gotta be grateful for that. You know what I mean? It makes you feel good. And I can't really articulate more because it's like you're distracting me if you're $5 prop. So
Yeah.
Not even though you're moving like less than $1, around 50 cents.
Damn.
Yeah, boy.
It's bad.
Yeah, boy.
It's bad.
Guys, we need pop money.
So subscribe on everything.
Yeah.
You understand? Subscribe. Like everything. Tell your granny about us. She be like, oh God, he's such a darling. Now subscribe and give us some money. Yeah.
You gotta love our Gen Zs, our Z Views podcast team. They're amazing guys. Check out their podcast. They have a lot to say and you're gonna like it. Okay, we're back. And if you enjoyed what you've seen so far, please give a like, a click, a subscribe, and follow so you can be always in the know for new inspiring content. Yeah. Today, I'm telling you something about shrinking. From the get go, I was expected to shrink in most rooms I walked into. So I recognized from an early age that if I was going to be truly successful, it was going to be a lonely climb. Unfortunately, today it is still that way. The majority of people you meet will want you to shrink. Probably only 1% of the people you surround yourself with will support you in every season of your life. The remaining 99% will try to make you shrink in three main ways. Number one, they will pretend they do not see your progress. For example, they will ignore your achievements. Even if these same achievements are plastered all across social media, they didn't see it. Number two, they may tell you outright that you will not make it at your goals and dreams. Or number three, they will outright sabotage your attempts to succeed. And then when you do succeed, those same folks will be like, I like to call them shrinkies. They will tell everybody they know you. How can you identify a shrinky when you encounter one? Number one, the shrinkies will pretend they did not see you when you walked into the room, or they will look you up and down or down and up as if to suggest why you have to look so good. Number two, instead of giving you a compliment, the shrinkies will ask, where you buy that purse? Or where you got those shoes? They can't simply say, I like your shoes, I like your purse. And magically, they will later show up with the exact item on another occasion. Number three, the shrinkies like to compete, even when no one is competing with them. They don't acknowledge the accomplishments of others easily because they want you to shrink. Mhm. Number four, how to know a shrinky? The shrinkies love to say things like, who does she feel she is? Mhm. That's a shrinky. Number five, the shrinkies have a serious problem when you change your lifestyle and upgrade your taste in cars and zip codes that match your hard work and budget. They don't like it. Here are the lessons I have learned about shrinking. Lesson number one, I have come to realize that the right people who recognize my value would not want me to shrink. Lesson number two, I am not for everybody, y'all. Remember that episode that I did on energy? If they want you to shrink, their energy is not right for you. Leave the room. Do not stay in rooms where you are required to shrink. Lesson number three, some people only know how to cheer successful people. They are called wagonists, only cheering you on because you're winning. And they think they might gain some kind of advantage aligning themselves with you. Before, they did not have the vision to see where you were going. It's not their fault, though. But it's your fault if you decide to take counsel from that person or persons who are without vision or faith. Let's pay some bills and we'll be right back. And when we come back, I'll give you more tips on how you can stop shrinking.
This episode is brought to you by 124 Nut Out Sports Agency. Welcome to the next level.
Welcome back, guys. It's your girl Basia, and today we're talking about how they wanted me to shrink. Yeah, but I did not. So now here's my advice to you if you want to stop shrinking. Avoid hanging around people who want to keep you small. Anyone who really loves you will embrace the best version of you. Yeah. So if you are constantly surrounding yourself with people who want you to shrink, that is a you problem, not a they problem. Yeah, that's your fault. Shrinking is a choice. Many people choose to shrink to fit in or to be accepted. The truth is, most people don't really like you. They are in it for what's in it for them. So choosing yourself is called self love. Yeah. You have two choices. You either shrink or you grow. You cannot stay, or you cannot say rather, that you are interested in growth, but you continue to shrink to please others. Growth brings success, new beginnings. You cannot stop your growth because some people don't like it. Yeah. If you are blessed enough to have a great life, good for you. You worked hard to get there. We all get out of life what we put in. Life comes down to choices. Your outcome is a direct result of your choices. It is also important to ask yourself, why am I shrinking? It's also important to ask, why do I keep surrounding myself with people who want me to shrink? Here's the thing, it's a beautiful thing to be yourself. If the real version of you takes up more space in the room, so be it. The world is missing out on who you truly are. I know one person who is not allowing that to happen to her, and she's called Cheryl Lee Ralph. I've always been inspired by Cheryl Lee Ralph. She's a Jamaican American actress who could have easily believed that she needed to adjust her personality and her accent to be accepted in Hollywood. Well, she did the opposite. The key is she did not the key is she did not fill the room with negativity. She did it with positivity and grace. The idea that most people believe that a confident person is not a humble person is mind blowing. Sometimes people use the word humility to keep you in check. You can be humble and rich in the same way you can be boastful or arrogant and poor. I know a lot of arrogant, poor people pretending to be rich. My point is, humility is a behavior, not a bank account. Yeah? To all the young and not so young women listening to this podcast right now, do not be afraid to take up space in the room. Do not allow anyone to talk you out of your dreams. Shrinking and growing cannot occupy the same space. You're either open to growth or you're open to shrinking. Choose one. More importantly, the people who choose to grow are less focused on the opinions of others. Think about that. If I were to write a letter to my younger self, it would start like this. Do not allow, it would be like, Dear Basha, do not allow anyone to make you feel like you are dreaming too big. Your dream is yours to navigate. If God wanted them to have your dream, He would have given it to them, not you. Remember, remember that. Let your light shine. If you are the person who lights up the room, so be it. Do not edit yourself to be loved. Real love and respect is when people love you just as you are. Do not hide yourself to be accepted. Your dreams will not manifest if you become someone else pursuing that dream. It will only manifest when you become who you are truly meant to be. It's your girl Basha. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more Just Basia episodes every Monday on the Basha TV podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, then you are going to enjoy the one after this, entitled What They Did Not Tell You About Marriage. Yeah, check it out. Always remember that your location determines your value. So be careful where you place yourself and who you place yourself with. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I'm outside. Cheers. Bye. Basha TV podcast was created by Basha Alicia Powell, Hosted by Basia Alicia Powell. Executive producer Basia Alicia Powell. Producers Delicia Winnell, Alicia Bazin. Creative Basia TV Productions LLC Carver Consulting. Music, all rights reserved to Basia Alicia Powell and Ricardo Powell. Editors Basia Alicia Powell, Delicia Winnell. Visual effects Basia TV Productions LLC and RJ Powell. Music composer Basia TV Productions, all rights reserved. Guest bookings Carver Consulting, legal consultant Alicia Bazin. Special thanks to all our guests.